Pretty much. Clouds zipping by. That's a roof getting ready to come off of the hotel. That's the Hampton Inn. They're getting ready to lose their roof on the back side of the building. I'm going to get these trees in the shot too. The trees and in the roof. There you go. Good grief. We'll maybe get into a clearer spot. Let me just check the radar. As soon as I say that, listen to what comes up. Oh, the whole roof just came off. You saw it. You guys saw the roof come off the building. You saw it live. I'm recording it too. It's recording. That building is in big trouble. Big trouble. Roof just came off the entire back part of the Hampton Inn here, folks. You saw it live. Roof came off the Wendy's too. Oh, look at that. It was now time to abandon the Tahoe and at least get to the hotel, where I could safely duck into a room if things got rough.
My God. The guy's not even out. It's still over water.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, I guess so.
One of those wind cats?
Uh-oh.
Looks bad, Mark.
Missed the Tahoe. Seriously, just missed the Tahoe.
Yeah, but you still have B, R, G, and R left. That was just the G.
Oh, I'm gonna have to move the Tahoe.
Right by quadrant, Mark.
Let's wait for this to pass. Damn!
It's holding up good. Want to get in that closet down there?
Yeah. Remember that I had set up 3 remotely operated cameras around the Gulfport area. They were to stream live to the internet. 2 of the cameras failed immediately for various reasons, while the live Tahoe cam and the one being set up here worked as well as could be expected.
It looks like the cam number 2 there down in Gulfport. Looks like the surge is starting to come up the street a little bit.
Now we're looking at your live streaming cam. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, there's 2 of the streaming cams that are running. We had 4. 2 of them failed for various reasons. And Hurricane LiveNet 2 is running as well as Live Tahoe Cam.
I believe that's water in that road there. You can see the wind blowing off of that water, and it's just tremendous. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Look at that wind blowing that water all over the place. That's just tremendous. And it's just going to get worse here, folks. We're going to keep a very close eye on this cam, and this is in Mississippi, as the winds are going to be pinwheeling in towards Mississippi, and it's going to be very devastating in this area. Let's go ahead and read a couple more emails while we're waiting. There's Mark's webcam you're looking at there, streaming live cam in Mississippi. That thing is really getting whipped around, boy. Those winds are kicking in Mississippi right now, and they're going to be kicking for probably the next tremendous gusts coming in here. Look at the water rising in Gulfport, Mississippi. We've been switching back and forth sources, finding out that New Orleans is having some major problems. We have major problems in Pascagoula and Biloxi. Unbelievable. We've had so many people watching this video right now that I think our server just crashed, but we're continuing on with the broadcast so our subscribers can watch this at a later date. Just unbelievable footage. Everybody in the world is watching this unfold right now. This is just a major situation going on, and we just hope that we're not going to have a lot of fatalities out of this, but it's not looking good right now. The winds and the whipping in, and look at the water, and oh my God, look at this. Just incredible amounts of water coming in on Gulfport, Mississippi right now with a Category 4 hurricane. It doesn't get any more dramatic than this, folks. Look at that. It speaks for itself. And we have a very serious situation unfolding here.
As soon as conditions would allow, Mike and I ventured out in the Tahoe to see the effects of the backside of Katrina. It was obvious as we made our way back down Highway 49 that Katrina had walloped Gulfport. It would not be long until we discovered what would turn out to be a horrifying storm surge. It was still going on, and we soon realized that we were surrounded by water from the Gulf of Mexico.
My goodness,
Look at
Mark.
that!
Jeez. Whoa. I'm getting footage.
Everywhere we looked, we saw water. The storm surge had made its way inland from the Gulf, working its way up every possible creek or low-lying area along the highway. Pushed by the extreme winds of Katrina, the Gulf had nowhere else to go but inland.
Oh, goodness.
To witness whitecaps on the water as far inland as we were was simply astounding. This was a record-breaking storm surge, but the full extent of it would not be known until we had reached the waterfront. There are times when it is simply not possible to put into words what you are seeing. It becomes a challenge to describe to others the reality that lies in front of you. This was one of those moments. Mike and I could hardly speak to each other. The brutality of the damage was staggering and overwhelming. wanted to look for the 3 storm cases in order to view the video that was hopefully captured inside. Mike had to get back to Florida for work, and I needed fuel and supplies. So we left Gulfport that evening and made our way east back towards Florida. We had heard about areas east of Mississippi being severely impacted by Katrina, but to see Mobile, Alabama like this was almost unbelievable. I felt like I was living in an epic disaster movie with no ending. We finally made it to Florida. Mike returned to Fort Lauderdale, and I prepared for a return to Gulfport to locate the storm cases. By August 30th, the world was focusing much of its attention on New Orleans, and rightfully so. We all know about the political storm that was brewing there at the time, but my focus was on Mississippi and the 3 storm cases that could reveal just how bad Katrina was. I was heading back into Mississippi now, to a coast that was nearly wiped out. I had no idea of my chances to locate any of the 3 cases, but it was worth a try. The roar of Hurricane Katrina was replaced by an eerie quiet. Only the insects and sounds of people chattering in the dark would cut through the night. Here I was again, right where it had been so violent just 24 hours before. The next morning, August the 31st, my new mission began, the mission of locating the storm cases. I slept very well the night before and gained some renewed energy that would help me to look through the rubble that used to be buildings in Gulfport. This is the exact location of where Mike and I had left one of the storm cases and its camera along Highway 49. This was the view that it had. Onward I looked, searching all around the devastated city. And then... All right. Here it is. I found it. Amongst all of this debris, here is one of the storm cases. This is the case. It was found right over there next to the dumpster. In this debris. Do you know what street I'm on here? Have any idea?
You're between 14th and 15th Street.
Between 14th and 15th Street. And now I'm going to open it up with any luck. One more. Almost bone dry, a little bit of water. This is the one from the First Baptist Church that we left on the steps. Holy cow. There it is. Now if I can find the one I left over on 49. Yeah. There it is. There's information on the hard drive. And there's a tape in here. Fantastic. Alright, I'm going to load it up into the truck. I said it was fantastic, but I would later discover that the case had a malfunction and that it recorded only a blank blue screen for the 9 hours that it was supposed to be working. I had hope, however, hope that perhaps the other 2 cases would turn up and give up their secrets of Katrina's wrath. After searching through block after block of debris and rubble, I began to lose that hope that I would ever see the other two storm cases. I also began to feel frustrated, mostly at myself for not doing more to secure the cases from being washed away. I eventually just began to talk to people as they made their way back into the historic Gulf Coast city. Talking was good, not only for me, but for them.
Didn't even know where anything was. Couldn't see any landmarks or anything.
It's all kind of rearranged. It's totally different. What about the dolphins? What will they eventually do with them? Apparently they saved them.
They'll bring them to another aquarium upstate somewhere where it ain't wiped out. The smell down there is horrible. Raw chicken and bananas everywhere. We walked probably half a mile down the coast on raw chicken. From the port. They export that to Russia, frozen.
But life will go on, right?
Oh yeah.
5 years from now, it'll be like it never happened. My time in Gulfport was almost up. A massive recovery effort was underway and I had to leave and head east. I made my way over to Biloxi, again just to talk to people and learn more about what they had gone through.
We're a small non-denominational church from Apopka, Florida called Sabbath Grace Fellowship.
Right.
We have a membership of about 180 and we have just taken on as one of our missions to help people immediately after a hurricane.
You're sweating pretty good. You're up here helping people.
Sweating pretty good, yeah. We left out just after Storm Florida about 1 o'clock on Monday afternoon, drove through the night, and have not stopped feeding people since then.
Very good.
Our mission is to get in, get the people fed while the big organizations are getting ready. They're all setting up now and ready to feed, and so we're heading back, and hopefully it won't be another one soon.
That's right. Well, good work. Congratulations
Thank you.
to you.
Thank you very much.
I worked my way down towards the Back Bay area of Biloxi, north of the peninsula and the Gulf. What I found was amazing. Where am I?
Right now you're on Brazier, off of Brazier Road, Fortisview Drive.
In Biloxi.
In Biloxi.
Everybody okay down here?
Yeah, the couple of people that stayed, we had a man down here that knocked a hole in his roof, climbed up there. We stayed on the second floor.
The water came up here? Is that an understatement?
Came all the way up. A man over there was rescued out of the top of his house.
Sounds like a dumb question, but were you scared?
I've never prayed so much in my life.
And here you are.
And here I am.
How about you, little guy? You okay?
He broke down yesterday because his little friend down there that he goes to school with, his house is completely wiped out. But here was the water line.
Oh my goodness. The water line. Hey, what's your name?
Trevor.
What is it?
Trevor.
Trevor. Trevor, how tall do you think you are? Probably close to 4 feet, maybe 48, maybe 40 inches.
Ah!
And then look at this.
Well, let's
There's
see.
the water line.
Let's see. Oh, you want to get an idea?
Oh!
Here, Trevor.
I know I swear that's something.
Let's see.
A long way up.
It is, Trevor.
I still don't have to swim.
85 inches. Goodness gracious.
How far? 85 inches.
Ed Gimmel, just talk to me. Tell me what's happening down here.
Well, this is
Eric and Camille, I'm born and raised here, was a puppy compared to this. This is a Rottweiler. It's devastating.
Where are we?
We're on Brazier Road, Brazier Bayou, at the end of Watersview Drive. You're looking out over the back bay of Biloxi. You got Hiller Park, which is a city park, and then you got $500,000 homes across the bay. In this area, you probably had $250,000 to $350,000 homes in this area, with a gorgeous view of the bay, and most people around here had pools and stuff.
And this used to be your house over here?
Yeah, correct. Two-story house, about 2,000 square feet.
And it's gone?
About an acre.
It's swept clean?
Yeah. I had a 13.4 Boston Whaler and a 21-foot Wellcraft, and one of them had my...
That's your house, though?
Yeah. Hopefully my boats are underneath there. And a whaler you can't sink, so...
But your house used to be right here?
Correct, correct. Looking out over the bay. The peninsula, from my guesstimate, I stayed at City Hall on the second floor. The entire peninsula of the city of Biloxi was underwater.
The stories from just these two families was enough to write a book about. Imagine what hundreds of thousands of other people were going through. It was enough to break my heart. I had searched for the storm cases in hopes of finding valuable video inside. Instead, what I found was an unbreakable human spirit. Ed Gimmel told me that Biloxi will be back. I would too. 47 days after Katrina, I took Mike Watkins and longtime colleague Jesse Bass with me for a visit to Post-Katrina, Mississippi, and to check on our friends in Waveland. Remember Waveland?